Welcome to the Brockville Museum video series on the artist Frederick Lock. I'm Alice. I'm the Interpretation and Public Program Coordinator here at the Brockville Museum, and in this video we're going to be exploring Frederick Lock's artistic technique in greater depth. So behind me you'll see the portrait of Adele Sherwood. Sherwood was one of the prominent citizens in Brockville. Now the interesting thing about this particular portrait is that Lock is using pastels on dark paper. So if you notice behind me, this portrait is actually quite dark. You can see that he's using brown paper. He's using a lot of white pastels. That brings out Mr. Sherwood's graying hair, but also his shirt itself and the starkness of his black necktie. Another thing that's interesting about these portraits is that they're almost unfinished. The face itself is quite detailed, but as you scan your eyes and move down towards Adele's coat, you'll notice that it is barely more than a sketch. Now, interestingly enough, Frederick Lock is drawing and painting at a time when photography is on the rise in Brockville. So A.C. McIntyre sets up his photography studio in Brockville. Now, there's a bit of a discourse going on about this new art form. A lot of people see it as experimental, but they also see it as a cheaper alternative to actually sitting for your own portrait and having an artist either paint or draw you. However, one can imagine that the elite of Brockville might have considered it a bit more well-to-do to actually sit for a portrait with Frederick Lock. Frederick Lock, of course, is not opposed to this new technology. He's quite fascinated by it. And in the letters between him and William Sherwood, he writes to say, please send me more photographs from A.C. McIntyre. So he's really curious about the development of this new art form. So thank you very much for watching this episode on the Frederick Lock exhibition here at the Brockville Museum.